You know how I gave up drinking because I pissed off friends? Back onto hooch.
Oh, right. Yeah, what are you drinking right now? I'm a big fan of Henderson whiskey.
I'm a big fan of my old standby, the cheapy but the goody Evan Williams. Fucking love it.
Now, Adam, that reminds me, last episode you had mentioned that you burned some bridges from the liquor problems that you have. What exactly happened?
Oh, I was out in public and I was being a dick. That's all it is.
There's got to be more to that story than just that.
But I mean, if you want to simmer it all down, if you want to throw it all in a pot, turn the heat on, cook it down, and see what it really is, I was drunk and being an asshole. Pissing people off. It happens.
But can you just give me some examples as to what you were doing that made people think you were an asshole?
No, I'm not going to do that. But I was a dick. I've accepted and apologized for my dickery. Is it ever going to happen again? Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I piss people off. It's what I do.
It's probably going to happen again, Adam.
Yeah. So it was your birthday yesterday, Bobby. How was your birthday, buddy?
It was great. It was first off, I had forgotten that it was because like time moves slower and faster, and like I'm past like the last milestone birthday, I guess, is 35 when they let you run for president, which I'm not going to be doing. And then what do you got after that? Because you have like we got 16, you can drive a car. 18, you can smoke cigarettes. 21, you can start drinking.
25, you can rent a car.
25, you can rent I think it's 24.
25.
It just gets worse and worse with age as to what your time on this planet allows you to do.
Bobby, I'll say this. I hit 40 a couple months ago. And so when I was a kid, it was always like, oh, if you're 40, you're over the hill. And I don't feel over the hill. I don't feel like you're over the hill either. Yeah, and I mean, you know what? Like, also, there was that whole TV show in the 80s that I never watched called 30-something.
Oh, I love 30-something.
I'm past that.
It has the redhead guy from Field of Dreams.
Fuck that guy, and fuck that shit. Fuck you for liking it. So how was your birthday, Bobby? How was your birthday, old man?
We ordered, I worked a normal day at work. A few people knew about it, wished me a happy birthday. That was great. That was a great Skype moment there.
It's hot.
And then I basically kind of started to wind down my day around 4-ish, and went and took a nap. Ordered.
This is really boring. I'm sorry.
You asked me how my birthday was. I'm telling you. I went and took a nap. Then we ordered some Indian food.
Ooh.
I got the tikka masala with lamb.
Tikka masala is a bad motherfucker right there.
And, the thing about tikka masala is like, I love Indian food so fucking much, and no matter and I probably order it maybe once a month.
Right, yeah.
And no matter what I order, sometimes I'm feeling adventurous, and I've never like been disappointed in it,
But it always tastes like tikka masala.
It always does taste like tikka masala on some level, but also like I think about it every time. I'm like, man, this is really good dish that I ordered that I'd never tried before, but I still kind of wish it was tikka masala.
Yeah. No, I get it. Totally get it.
It's a tease because it has those wonderful spices and stuff, those Indian spices that kind of hint at a tikka masala. It reminds you of it, but then you actually. But it's not tikka masala.
It's the same thing with me and Mexican food and enchiladas. Like everything I eat, I'm like, this could have been made into an enchilada with the gravy.
Every time I make like a Mexican chili or something, I'm like, I'm gonna make enchiladas out later this week.
I'm gonna make enchiladas out this bitch.
All it is you just stuff it and then wrap it and then cover it in cheese and sauce and throw it in the oven there. You got enchiladas.
I bought you some baller ass presents, but like at this point, if I was just to show you over this FaceTime with the presents, it'd be kind of pointless.
I think that'd be kind of funny actually. Open my presents for me.
Well, one of them is not here.
Oh God.
So take a peek at this bad boy that I bought for you, Bobby.
Okay. Wait. I have my eyes closed. How are we gonna? Did you wrap them? Can you unwrap it for me?
No. It's not gonna work like that.
All right. I'm gonna slowly open my eyes. Ready?
Slowly open your eyes. I'm gonna slowly scroll. Are they open?
Yeah, my eyes are open. Okay, it's a T-shirt. Does it say over the top?
Nope.
Oh, stop. The Planet of the Apes. I want to get off. And then it's, oh my God, it's Troy McClure.
And it says starring Troy McClure
as the human. That is the most Bobby birthday present I've ever seen in my whole life.
It's fantastic.
It is, if you remember the Simpsons episode where Troy McClure plays Taylor, the character that was played by Charlton Heston in the movie Planet of the Apes. It's like the poster for that.
I know you love The Simpsons, and I know you love the Planet of the Apes.
Those are my two first loves.
So this was a happy accident because somehow I accidentally ordered 2 of them, so I have the same T-shirt.
Oh, we'll have to wear them at the same time in public.
In tandem.
Well, thank you.
The other thing I got you...
Oh.
I don't even know if I should just tell you.
Just tell me, because we're already this far in this.
I was at this badass store called Gigi's Emporium in San Antonio, where they have all this weird shit. I showed you that alien ring I got. Fucking the dioramas they have there. Fantastic. Gigi's Emporium.
What's a diorama?
I bent my Wookiee.
That's what I was waiting for.
So I'm looking around. I spent way too much time in this tiny little shop. And they had books. And so I'm looking at the books. And one of the books is a picture of a man being caressed from behind by a Bigfoot. And it's apparently cryptozoologist and Bigfoot erotica.
Really?
It's a book. It's written word, Bobby.
Now, Adam, I don't know which gift I like better. Let me ask you a question. Why don't you have that with you right now? Did you have to special order it?
No. I bought it right then, and I was at my lady friend's house in San Antonio. When I came home, I forgot it. So I'll get it tomorrow.
Hopefully the pages don't stick together.
I'll try not to jizz on it, Bobby.
You know that we're going to have to read excerpts from that on the show, right?
I heard what the owners of the store told me is that it is very uncomfortable, which I'm very excited about.
Hey, it's not for everyone. Sounds like it's perfect for not for everyone.
Perfect for you, Bobby. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thrill me. Good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
All right, Adam, I did the math. This is actually episode 89.
Wow.
So last episode was episode 88. We always thought we would plan something special for 88 because 1988 is our favorite year in cinema history. We didn't plan it, but it worked out that way. That was a fun, unorthodox episode we did.
It was a special edition. And you know what, Bobby? Both of the movies were from 82, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And thanks for Cameron for popping in.
Thanks for popping on Body Rex. Cam. And him too. Yeah, he
So that said, this is episode 89 of the Not For Everyone podcast. Now, Adam, let me ask you a question. We started doing this in, I want to say late or middle of 2017.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And now we're well over 3 years. We're like 3.5 years or so.
Yeah.
Into this, and we are pacing at a hot, like 220 downloads an episode. 220 people download this. 220
an episode? Or did you say 20?
No. 220.
Oh, wow. I was going to say 20 sounds more realistic, but 220, that's nice.
No, I was actually putting it out there that it's actually not that great. But, you know, we don't do it for fame, fortune, and glory, as Short Round would say, right?
Yeah.
We do it for... This is all, we've said it before, this is all therapy for you and I. If you guys want to come along for the ride, you're welcome to on the Not For Everyone podcast.
That's right. That's goddamn right, Bobby. Here we are, almost 90 episodes in. Most podcasts don't make it past 4 episodes. Ow, I just got attacked by my cat.
That's true. I just read, hey, just keep doing it. Eventually something's going to happen. And things have happened, Adam. Our friendship has evolved. We're obligated to each other. We've met some new friends. Hey, what else is there to ask for? Monetary support. Patreon.com/not for everyone if you want to give us some money to keep doing this. Thank you.
Random weirdos giving us money. It's great.
Yeah. We love all the random weirdos. Hey, what do you think we should call the Not For Everyone patrons? Like, what's the name of our followers, if you will?
Dipshits. Is that taken?
And the Patreon's dropping right now. I can see it's a live ticker.
This isn't even a live broadcast. We just lost them all.
All right, I think it's time to go to movie recap.
Movie recap.
Adam, I'm going to be super honest with you right now. I'm going to let you go first on movie recap, but here's a little teaser, a little foreshadowing. I did a lot of revisiting of movies lately, and none of them I can recommend. But let that to be your cliffhanger there. What did you watch for movie recap?
So I watched this little movie, old ditty. It's a new one. I've been wanting to see it because it was made by the son of David Cronenberg. It's
is it the virus one?
No.
Is that what you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I never saw that either.
It was very slow. I don't know what it's called. The virus, maybe
antiviral or
Outbreak.
something.
Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman.
Outbreak, directed by Wolfgang Peterson.
Renee Zellweger.
Shut the fuck up. No, it was a new movie called Possessor.
You know what's stupid about Outbreak? I was thinking about this the other day. You know how we're dealing with this Dracula plague right now?
Drac plague.
Remember in Outbreak, like the whole goal was just to find the original, like the monkey, like the originator of the virus. And like, once we find the monkey, we can build a vaccine.
Right.
That was incredibly oversimplified, I would argue.
Yeah, it didn't work like that.
It was like some little girl would feed the monkey in her backyard. They're like, oh, yeah, that girl on the street's got a pet monkey. It's probably the virus monkey because there's no other monkeys around here and everyone in this town has the virus. And they're like, we just got to capture the monkey and then we can extract antibodies to make a vaccine and the movie ends and everyone's cool.
So this movie Possessor, I think I'll give you the grand scheme of it. It's like this assassination company, and what they do is they'll like take over somebody's brain,
like the Hellfire Club.
Yeah, but less mutants and more technology.
Okay.
And then they once the person's taken over, they'll use it to cause assassination hits, and then they kill the person who was the hit. You know what I mean? But they never get caught because the assassin is really in a weird headset somewhere else controlling the body.
Adam, this isn't what Outbreak's about at all.
No, Bobby, it's not Outbreak, stupid. It's Possessor.
Oh.
So anywho, the point of the matter is what you said about antiviral. It's really, really slow.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it already.
There were some body horror elements. There was some gore, but it was really slow. I don't know. It was all right. I'd give it like a D, like a medium D. I wouldn't recommend it really. It was okay.
Okay, yeah. Directed by Brandon Cronenberg. It's a 6.4 on IMDb.
I'd give it less than that, but it was okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. Brandon Cronenberg is no David Cronenberg.
He's no David. He's no David
Cronenberg. He okay, let's talk about sons of superstars, okay? There's Brandon Cronenberg, there's Max Landis. Mm-hmm. There's that kid, what's his name? Ivan Reitman's kid, Billy Reitman?
Joey Reitman.
What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
Edgar Reitman?
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe?
There's Max Brooks.
There's Julian Lennon.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about that guy? There's Brandon Lee. He's dead.
All right, this conversation's very depressing. Took a bad turn. So I guess what we're trying to say is you'll never be as great as your father. None of us, not just these people we've mentioned, but just all of us in general.
Okay.
Your father. Everyone's father is a better, more accomplished human than you are.
Yeah, it's just that generationally we're getting shittier.
All right, I'm going to do this in chronological order from best to worst. Still not good, though. I'm going to give you a year and some cast, and you tell me what movie it is. Ready?
Is this movie recap still?
Yeah. But we're going to make it into a fun guessing game, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is 1985. All right?
Uh-huh.
It's directed by Louis Teague.
Never heard of him.
He directed Cujo and Cat's Eye.
Who's in it?
He also directed Navy SEALs, bringing it back to Clerks. And it stars Michael Douglas. Okay.
Black Rain.
Black Rain?
That was called?
Black Rain didn't come out in 1985?
Well, I don't fucking know.
No.
Who else is in it?
Hold on. You're jumping ahead. Black Rain is from like 1989. We should fucking cover Black Rain. What are we thinking? We should do a month of shitty Ridley Scott movies.
That was a Ridley Scott movie?
Yeah.
You know who it's got in that movie that I love? That's not in enough movies anymore. Andy Garcia.
Oh yeah, he's dead now.
Is he?
I don't know.
He's not dead. His career is, but he's not.
No, I haven't seen him in a while. He was always a poor man's Pacino, and then the poor man's Andy Garcia was Chaz Palminteri.
Chaz
Palminteri.
So anyway, who else is in this movie other than Michael Douglas from 1985?
All right, yeah, so let's back up. 1985, starring Michael Douglas, directed by Louis Teague, also starring Kathleen Turner.
Was it Romancing the Stone?
Wrong again, Adam. Also,
The War of the Roses?
Also starring Danny DeVito.
It's not the Romancing the Stone, it's the other one. The Jewel of the Nile.
I watched 1985's The Jewel of the Nile. Now, Adam, I gotta be honest with you, I was a huge Romancing the Stone fan back in like 94. I was a big fan of that movie, and I remember renting the sequel, Jewel of the Nile, from the library when I was a child, and watching it and thinking, that was okay. That was just okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? Cut to 30 or 20-something years later, rewatched Jewel of the Nile. I went right back to when I was a child watching it because I'm such a big fan of Romancing the Stone, and I was like, that was okay.
Who directed Romancing the Stone?
Here we go. Here's how I describe. Here's my box art review of the Jewel of the Nile. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of a waste of time, but it is like Tuesday night, so whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Romancing the Stone was directed by Robert Zemeckis of all people.
There you go. That's the difference there. That's the difference. Okay, next. What's next on the list?
Now we're going to cut to 1999, Adam, all right? Do you have any guesses so far?
Hackers?
No, that was like 93, dude.
No, it was better than that.
Now, here's another clue. People always like to talk about how 1999 is like this watershed moment in cinema.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't get it either. It's because like The Matrix came out that year, and I think like American Beauty and what was the other one ever? The Insider. Like all these fucking like celebrated movies came out in 1999, and then I think of a lot of other movies that came out in 1999, and I'm like, that was a terrible fucking year for movies, right? And this is one of them, but I got to point out, what year did Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, come out?
1999.
There you go. And I'm not going to be cool and say, hey, you know, people gave Phantom Menace a lot of shit. It really didn't deserve it. I'm not going to be one of those cool contrarian guys. Saying you enjoy Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is like the movie contrarian version of music fans that say that the Beatles suck.
Yeah.
It's annoying as piss, is what I'm trying to say.
I'll agree with that. The only people that I can understand liking The Phantom Menace were like 4 years old when it came out.
Right. Okay. So, this is 1999. This is not a good movie. It's directed by Jean de Bont.
John DeBont, oh yay.
It is a remake. By the way, Jean de Bont did he produced Minority Report, and he directed Speed. If that helps.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm familiar with it.
Oh, wait, he also directed Speed 2, Cruise Control, and Twister.
Who's in this fucking movie?
All right, so here's your first clue. Liam Neeson.
Okay. This is The Phantom Menace.
It's not The Phantom Menace.
All
These
right.
are two shitty movies with Liam Neeson from 1999. All right, Owen Wilson.
Oh, I know what it is. Oh.
Hold on. Are you sure you want to guess?
Yeah. No. If it's those fucking two.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, totally got it. It's The fucking Haunting. It's that shitty fucking Haunting movie where the only good scene was where Owen Wilson gets decapitated in a fucking fireplace.
It's just god awful, and it takes a lot for me to say that about a movie, because on some level I can usually appreciate something about it, but it's just aged and shitty CGI, and Owen Wilson playing Owen Wilson, Liam Neeson playing Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, I
remember when that movie came out because I was 19 years old, and like that was a big, they wasn't celebrate it all, but it was big. It was hyped.
Oh yeah,
big hyped movie, and everybody liked fucking Liam Neeson at the time. And
he was in Nile.
Yeah.
Rob Roy.
Right, dude. Rob Roy's fucking badass.
That movie is really badass, by the way.
But let's not. We're not.
I'd like to recommend Rob Roy with Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Doesn't he like? Doesn't he get like hide from the enemy by like cutting open like a horse or something and getting inside, kind of like Luke Skywalker?
Dude, you're thinking Empire Strikes Back.
No, I think he does that in that movie though. I'm not talking. I'm not talking tauntauns here. Not talking tauntauns. That's the title of the episode.
No, the point of the matter is, it was a hyped movie. It was a big budget movie. They were selling the fuck out of it, like to go see it in the theater. And I saw it in the theater, and it fucking sucked.
I could see how at the time maybe someone thought it was like kind of a fun horror movie, but
no,
it does not. It did not age well, and I don't find late '90s especially like endearing or charming or any of that shit. Not in the way that like maybe the 80s or 70s. I'm just like, oh yeah, this just feels like a really shitty time in my life. Like 8th grade through 10th grade for me, which was just like whatever. Like these movies suck balls. I guess
except for The Matrix.
I guess The Matrix is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Is that it? What else you got? Give me another one.
Oh, you need one more. All right. So The Haunting I do not recommend, even if you're morbidly curious about revisiting it. The last one, I believe you actually liked it. I've heard you say you like this movie. All right, so the year is 2004.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to give you the director because you're going to know it immediately. Starring Sigourney Weaver. Okay, remember Sigourney Weaver from Ghostbusters and the Alien movies there, Adam?
Yeah. She was in Cabin in the Woods.
She was. Nice cameo in Cabin in the Woods. Sigourney Weaver, William Hurt. Remember William Hurt from Body Heat, Adam?
Are we talking like... I always get William Hurt and John Hurt confused.
All right, here's a good one that's either going to give it away or you're going to be like, who the fuck is that? Ready? Starring Bryce Dallas Howard.
Is this are we talking about the lady in the water?
So close. Just so close, but so far away.
Really? It's not Avatar, because I fucking hated Avatar.
No. You were closer with Lady in the Water.
Oh, is it The Village?
I watched The Village, okay? And talk about a slow burn, giant piece of shit M. Night Shyamalan shit I've ever seen in my life. I think this might be my least favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Wait, have you seen Lady in the Water?
It is boring and stupid. And hold on a second, I gotta do this real quick.
Wait, was Sigourney Weaver in that movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember her in that movie. I watched it once and I didn't hate it.
I just gotta read you this because you know how much I hate Siskel and Ebert, right? I've talked about that before.
Yeah, me too. Fuck those guys.
But the Village review that Robert Ebert wrote on July 19th, 2004. Here's what Roger Ebert wrote about The Village. This is the last two paragraphs of his review. Eventually the secret of those, etc., is revealed. To call it an anticlimax would be an insult not only to climaxes, but to prefixes. It's a crummy right? This is great.
That's money right there.
Yeah, it gets better. It's a crummy secret about one step up the ladder of narrative originality from It Was All a Dream. It's so witless, in fact, that when we do discover the secret, we want to rewind the film so we don't know the secret anymore. And then keep rewinding and rewinding until we're back at the beginning and can get up from our seats and walk backward out of the theater and go down the up escalator and watch the money spring from the cash register into our pockets.
Wow.
And you know what? That is pure fucking Robert Frost poetry, Roger Ebert. In describing how I felt about The Village, you really captured the human condition there. and I appreciate your wordsmithness.
I will say this, Roger Ebert's dead, and I've cursed his name a lot since he was dead. I just gained a modicum of respect for the man.
Thank you. I thought you would respect that. So I don't like the movie The Village, okay? That's what we're going to boil it down to. It's M. Night Shyamalan, and it's M. Night Shyamashit.
It's better than Lady in the Water.
I didn't see that because I think it came out. I think it came out right after The Village or somewhere around there, and I was like, "Fuck that guy! He did The Village."
Makes sense. So is it my turn? Was those your 3 movies?
Those are my 3 movies. That was movie recap trivia. We should make this a thing.
That was good. I liked that. It was fun. So I went and got a tattoo the other day. Friday the 13th. My lady friend's birthday was on Friday the 13th. So went to the tattoo parlor. She had an appointment to get something. She got like a cool milk carton that looks like from Clockwork
Adam, this
Orange.
story is really fucking boring.
Shut up, Bobby. I fucking listened
You said that about my birthday earlier. I had to get one in there.
Okay. She got like a tattoo of a Clockwork Orange. It says horror show on it. It's like a milk carton turned over. It looks really cool. But they have the flash art of tattoos you can get, right? And the sometimes it's shitty, sometimes it's decent, you know. And so we get there, and they have this badass tattoo that I wanted. And it was only $20. I'm like, oh fuck, I want that. And they're like, we're booked up. And so me being the great salesman that I am, the pinnacle of salesmanship, I conned my way into getting the tattoo done. So what the tattoo is a fly. It's like a 1 inch by 1 inch fly, right? Really great detail. For $20, it's fucking fantastic. And because, you know, I don't care about looking like sleaze, I got it tattooed right on my hand. It's on my left hand now. And I'm looking at this tattoo, and I'm like, what do I name my beautiful new friend? And I decided to name him after a line in a Misfits song. I named him Francois.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you named him Return of the... No. His name is Francois. Francois. Return the Fly.
With Vincent Price. Yeah, it's great. Great movie. So, anywho, I decided to go on a Fly binge. And I watched all of the Fly movie.
I think you're the only person I've ever met, or really that's ever existed, that said, I decided to go on a Fly binge. Unless you're a talking frog, which I don't think you are.
I don't know if anybody's ever said that before, that they went on a Fly binge. But I did. And I watched the original 2 Vincent Price starring Fly movies, The Fly and The Return of the Fly. So I watched The Fly, I watched Return of the Fly, and I watched David Cronenberg's The Fly.
You didn't watch The Fly 2?
I tried to watch The Fly 2, but like Naked Lunch, The Fly 2 is nowhere available online. I can't even like bootleg it. I have to buy a DVD, which I haven't done. But one of these days, I'll be talking on Movie Recap about The Fly 2 starring Eric Stoltz.
It's not that bad.
I've seen it. I don't remember it being that bad either.
It has Daphne Zuniga in it.
Daphne Zuniga?
Zuniga. She was Princess Vespa.
Oh, Princess Vespa's in it? Oh, God, yes. I love Princess Vespa.
Anyway, you didn't watch The Fly 2.
But I did watch The Fly, Return of the Fly, and David Cronenberg's The Fly. And all of them, Bobby, are excellent cinematic, filmatic masterpieces. Mm-hmm. They're fucking great. Like, The Fly, the original one, you know, when you watch it and know that it came out in like 1958 or something, it's really pretty fucking good. I don't know if it's ahead of time.
I remember it being pretty campy though, like the costume when he is the Fly, like the makeup, it's kind of stupid looking.
The guy who did the makeup on the original Fly was a gentleman by the name of Ben Nye, who was a makeup artist. He went on.
Ben Nye, the makeup guy.
Ben Nye, the makeup guy. He went on to make a line of cosmetics, which the clown face that I wear, if I'm going to buy clown face, I'm not buying it unless it's Ben Nye brand. So kudos to you, Mr. Nye. Now, The Fly in The Fly Part 1, what's great is like throughout the majority of the movie, the character is hiding himself from his wife, hiding his shame. So he wears like a cowl, like a black piece of cloth over his head. And it's really not until the finale where you see the Fly face, right? Which is good. It's good. It's just great the way it's done.
Right. This all rings a bell now, yes.
The Return of the Fly, and here's the weird thing. The Fly was in color. The Return of the Fly a year later was in black and white.
Budget.
And
they're like, we're going to give you like $4,000 to do Return to Fly, which was like $2 million back then.
Right. And Return to the Fly head is much bigger, much more ridiculous looking. There's several times where you see the guy running around with the fly mask on, like stopping to arrange it so it doesn't fall off his head, which is great. The Fly and the Return of the Fly are both fantastic. Then I watched the Cronenberg one, and the Cronenberg movie is so fucking great. And it's like hard for me to try to compare which Fly movie is better, the first one or the Cronenberg, because they're so fucking different and they're so great and they're so products.
It's like trying to compare The Thing from Another World and John Carpenter's The Thing.
Right,
like
exactly.
It's like their 1980s horror take on, these things they liked or whatever. It's not trying to be or even really nod. I mean, I guess subtly it nods the originals in some ways, but
right.
It's not trying to recapture that same magic, I guess.
I was on such a Fly binge that I even read the short story, The Fly, that it's all based on.
Wow. And you couldn't even watch The Fly 2 with Eric Stoltz, but you read the fucking book.
I couldn't find it. It's a short story. It took me like 20 minutes. But the short story is basically the exact premise of the original movie. Like the original movie basically word for word took the premise of that story. There's like very few changes other than the fact that the wife kills herself in the story and like lives happily ever after in the other one. Did
you watch the Treehouse of Horrors Simpsons Fly?
No, I didn't go on that far of a Fly binge, no.
Okay, but you read the short story. That's great.
Yeah. I will say this: David Cronenberg is a far better director than his son Brandon. Sorry.
Okay, we've already bashed Brandon Cronenberg once this episode.
Well, I brought up his dad, so I had to say
my thing about The Fly, Cronenberg's The Fly. The great thing about that movie is when it comes to Cronenberg, I kind of have to be in the right mood to watch him, and every time I do, I don't regret it. But when it comes to The Fly, like I could watch that any day of the week, like no matter what mood. Like I'm more likely to watch The Fly on repeat than I am like Naked Lunch or some shit like that,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's accessible, it's comfortable. It's not a hard, heady watch.
It's not a hard pill to swallow. It's a great film though. It's a great film. It's not my favorite Cronenberg movie, but it's good.
Yeah.
Movie recap.
That was movie recap. Adam, I wanted to go to the news quick. So if you haven't noticed already, and we'll talk about some of the more profound parallels, I guess, when we get to the actual movie at hand tonight, which is Enemy Mine from 1980 something.
85.
But this is the Thanksgiving special, Adam.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Did you know that? Did you know that?
I know that.
So what I'm going to do for the news this time is I'm going to read these 15 strange facts about Thanksgiving.
Okay.
They're going to make you question everything, according to this article from boredomtherapy.com.
Oh, that's a good source.
So I'm just going to read you these fun facts about Thanksgiving, and you're going to give me your organic reaction.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Does this sound okay to you?
I'm good with it. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Fun fact, or strange fact number one about Thanksgiving. President Thomas Jefferson. Remember that guy?
I'm familiar with him. He's on nickel, yeah.
Thought making Thanksgiving a national holiday was a ridiculous proposition.
That's interesting.
Didn't your respect for Thomas Jefferson, aside from the slavery thing, even take it down a little bit more of a notch?
Really didn't care at all about that fact.
All right, let's go to fact number 2, okay? The real first Thanksgiving was held in Texas.
I like this.
In 1541, when Francisco Vasquez de Coronado...
Oh, I love Coronado.
And his expedition held a Thanksgiving celebration in Paladuro Canyon.
Wait, how is it Thanksgiving?
I think that Thanksgiving is one of those holidays. It's like it's almost like Halloween in a sense that like it was even a thing before it was called what it's called.
Really?
Because like the Canadians have their own version of it, but they're not celebrating pilgrims and like Pocono Indians getting together or whatever tribe it was.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone has a, I guess it's like a harvest festival kind of thing.
We're in Texas. We never heard of the Coronado Thanksgiving.
I don't know. We went to public school. All right. Fact number 3. Baby turkeys are called poults.
Spell that.
Poults. And they are ridiculously cute.
Does it say that, or are you just adding that in?
No, it says that. That's the article about baby turkeys. That's the fact about baby turkeys.
Move on.
Seems kind of subjective to me, but they are pretty cute. They are pretty, I think most people would agree that they're cute.
Yeah, poults are cute. What's next? What do we got?
You know what? It would be better, though, if it was a grown turkey and it was dead and defeathered and in my mouth.
And cooked, yeah, stuffed. Yeah.
You can even skip that if you want to. All right, here's fact number 4. We got 15 of these, Adam.
Fuck.
How do you feel about that? So we got about
hurry it up.
11
God
more.
damn.
Sarah Hale is considered the mother of Thanksgiving. She urged President Abraham Lincoln to make it a national holiday. She also wrote, ready for this? What popular song do you think she wrote, Adam?
She wrote, was it, fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. It's, I'm a sex machine.
I'm Just a Love Machine?
That's it.
No, that was from the 1970s. She wrote the song Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Did she?
Yes. All right. Fact number 5. All right. Ready?
What's up?
The Snoopy balloon has appeared more than any other balloon in the Macy's annual Thanksgiving parade. Adam, what do you think about Charles Schultz and his Peanut Gang?
They're all right. I used to like the Great Pumpkin and shit when I was a kid. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What do you think about parades?
They're all right.
I think they're fucking stupid.
No, I got a kid. Parades are fun.
I hate parades. All right, fact number 6. All right, here's one about food. You excited?
Finally, fuck.
Cranberries
Jesus.
were once used for more than just sauce. Native Americans used them to treat wounds and dye arrows. What do you think about cranberries?
Why would you dye an arrow?
To make it look cool. You gotta like put some artistic effort into murdering bison and Caucasians.
Okay, that's cool. All right, I can deal with that. Make your arrows already look bloodstained. I'm down with that. It's badass.
How do you feel about cranberry sauce?
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm not a fan.
No?
Seemed like it was invented back when good food hadn't been invented yet.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, here's a fun one. You'll like this. You like history and you like food, right?
Yeah.
The first Thanksgiving meal took 3 days to eat.
I am fucking totally down with that. Why is it not 3 days for Thanksgiving?
They didn't even have refrigeration. So when you have someone yell at you for leaving a turkey out for a couple days on the counter and just picking off of it as you walk by, they're like, that's not hygienic. It hasn't been in the fridge the whole time. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
All right? Doesn't matter. Pardon my soapbox.
It's fine.
All right? We need to build our shitty expired food eating probiotics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Fact number 8. This is a bit of a... what's the study of animals called?
Animography.
Not biology. It's called zoology.
Yeah, that too.
Adam, have you ever been to a zoo?
Yeah, I've been to a zoo.
All right. Here's a zoology fact. Domestic turkeys can't fly.
No shit.
But here's an astronomy fact. They have been to outer space.
Alive?
Well, hold on. Turkey was the first meal enjoyed by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. So, no, we've never sent any live turkeys to space. Any thoughts on that, Adam? Domestic turkeys can't fly, but they have been to outer space.
This is kind of a boring article.
All right, here's fact number 9, all right?
Yeah.
The turkey was Ben Franklin's vote for the national bird.
What a dumb fuck.
No, he's pretty smart. I think the turkey is actually supposed to be a very smart, noble creature.
They drown themselves by looking in the rain.
Fact number 10, it's about food again, Adam.
Ooh, I like food.
Now, you strike me as the type of person that eats a lot of TV dinners, Adam.
Like, no.
So the very first TV dinner sold were turkey dinners.
Oh.
Could you imagine being like a fucking dude that just was stoked on Thanksgiving Day, sitting alone in his super cool mid-century modern apartment, eating the first TV dinner on Thanksgiving Day by himself?
That I can imagine being that guy, yeah.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
To
All right, fact to myself.
Oh.
You know, I mean, I can relate to that guy through the cosmic timeline. This makes sense. This will spark some fun conversation here, Adam.
Okay, let's go.
The night before Thanksgiving is the single biggest day for bar sales in the U.S. What do you think that is?
Depression.
No, wrong. What it is everyone comes home to see their families, and everyone goes out to the bar to party with people they went to high school with.
Is that what it says?
No, that's definitely what it is, though.
Oh.
Everyone comes home for the holidays, and it's like, fuck, well, it's not, like, you can't do that on Christmas Eve, right? Because it's Christmas Eve, you're supposed to spend that with your family, but, like, no one gives a fuck about Thanksgiving Eve. So you go out, you go visit your folks in your hometown, and then you go out and hit the bar scene and run into people that are on heroin that you knew back in high school when they weren't on heroin.
Okay, so what's the next pointless fact on this pointless fact extravaganza? This pointless fact extravaganza.
Hey, Adam. So far, we're about to hit fact number 12. Are these These are the strangest Thanksgiving. The strangest
They're really
strange
not
facts
all that
about
strange.
Thanksgiving. All right. Do you think they're pretty? That's what I was going to ask you. Okay. Here's number 12. The best way to tell if a cranberry is ripe is to see if it bounces. Now, Adam, have you ever bounced a cranberry?
No, I haven't. No.
Now, Adam, what do you think about checking to see if cranberries are ripe? What are your general thoughts on that?
I guess. I mean, I've never like eaten a fucking cranberry on its own that I can think of. Maybe a dried cranberry? I don't know. Who just eats cranberries?
Yeah, you would eat a cranberry. I'm gonna get us a big bowl of cranberries for the toy room, the Not For Everyone studio, next time you come over here. We're just gonna mow down on cranberries. Fact number 13. We're almost done. Don't worry. We're almost done.
Thank God.
Americans eat the weight of.
Let's hear this. This sounds good. I like this one.
Americans eat the weight of Singapore's population in turkey every year.
Wait. So what that means is.
So technically, this isn't a Thanksgiving fact. This is just an American eating turkey fact.
If you took all the Singaporeans and weighed them, that weight is less than the amount of turkey weight humans
or about the same. About the
eat.
same. Well, what do you think that? What do you think that number is?
32.
No. Like how many pounds?
32.
It's more than 32 pounds.
I don't fuck. Does it say the number? I don't know.
690 million pounds of turkey are eaten by Americans each year, and apparently that's what the population of Singapore weighs.
Of course.
That's a pretty strange fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's a really weird one, Adam. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Are you sitting down?
No, but I'm listening.
Strange fact number 14. There were no forks at the first Thanksgiving. People ate using knives, spoons, and their fingers. Now, Adam, I got to be honest with you. I don't use a fork too often on Thanksgiving either.
Yeah, I mean,
I like to finger a good turkey.
That's good. You know what's good is a good smoked turkey. Oh, I'm looking forward to the smoked turkey. You know what I'm really looking forward to? What I'm really looking forward to this Thanksgiving, Bobby, is the ham. The fucking ham. I'll be honest. I'm a ham guy.
Adam, when you put turkey on your plate, or ham for that matter, whatever, meat. Let's say it's Thanksgiving, okay? And you got the meat on your plate. Do you use utensils, or do you just finger that turkey?
I just usually like finger fuck it with my face. Or finger fuck it into my face.
Finger fuck it into your... Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's about what I do. I would say that that's a good way to describe what I do to turkey on Thanksgiving. All right. Number 15 of 15.
Finally.
The strange facts about Thanksgiving. The average person eats enough each Thanksgiving to gain. How many pounds do you think? What do you think they gain?
7.
No, Adam. Maybe that's insane. You can't gain. You'd die. You'd be dead.
Well, I don't know what then, Bobby.
1.3 pounds. That seems pretty light.
That seems really light.
To gain, like you're going to shit out. You're going to eat more than 1.3 pounds. And you're going to shit out like maybe 75% of that. And the rest of it's going to go into pure fat.
All I know is I've had a Thanksgiving where afterwards I shat 7 pounds.
All right. All right. And that was the news. All right, Adam, I think we've had enough fun facts about Thanksgiving and movie recaps. Let's go ahead and just get into the main event of this evening, which is an excellent choice for a Thanksgiving special, I might add. 1985's Enemy Mine.
During a long space war, the lives of 2 wounded enemies become dependent on their ability to forgive and to trust.
What? Why did you make it sound like you were like jizzing all over the place when you read that?
I wanted to add extra emphasis on to trust.
This is like a nice movie. It's a nice movie.
Marooned on a desolate planet, he is a soldier. Alone with his enemy.
Don't you understand English, toad-face? I don't love you and you don't love me. We're stranded here, you understand?
His suspicion will change to tolerance.
You saved my life. Why?
I need to look at another face, even as ugly as yours.
Tolerance will lead to friendship.
We should open up a little place here. I could ruin the food. You could scare away the customers.
And with that friendship will come an overwhelming responsibility.
You must be a parent.
Don't kid around, Jerry.
You must take my place.
Protecting a life he values more than his own. Dennis Quaid, Louis Gossett Jr., Wolfgang Petersen's Enemy Mine.
All right, 1985's Enemy Mine. Adam, any initial thoughts on this film?
I watched this movie a fucking lot when I was a kid, and I loved this movie. And you've been trying to get us to watch this probably since 2017, and I was never opposed to it. It just never really came up as an opportune time to watch it. And I'm glad that we did. I'm glad that we watched it for Thanksgiving, because this is a great movie about friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking awesome.
And like initial hatred for the other person.
Yeah, I mean, it's about us, Bobby. It's the story of us.
I don't know if the hatred is still initial. It seems pretty rampant still, to be honest with you. But it ebbs and flows out.
Well, you know, Bobby, I was going to say, like, when you watch this movie, we're still at the point in the middle of the movie where we're like at each other. We're friendly.
We're like,
but
we need each other, but we don't like each other.
Yeah, we're still there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. And the way I would describe it to apply it to the types of movies we normally watch, this is the one It's For Everyone movie we've ever done on Not For Everyone podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could show your kids, you could show your mom, you could show your grandma, like, and everyone would be like, yeah, that's a fucking really good movie.
I told my mom, I was talking to my mom on the phone today. I'm like, oh, we watched Enemy Mine for the podcast. She's like, I love that movie. I've watched that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it was my old man showed it to me. It was on TV one night when I was a kid, and I've loved it ever since. Now, Enemy Mine stars the great Dennis Quaid.
Yep.
And Lou Gossett Jr.
Lou fucking Gossett.
Maybe 1 or 2 years before, they were both in Jaws 3D.
Were they both in that?
Yeah, the movie's fucking... It's all right. I think it gets way too much hate than it deserves, to be honest.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time.
When I was a kid, everything was just Jaws. Like, there'd be Jaws marathons on and be like, it's just Jaws. Like, it didn't matter which one it was, you know?
Yeah. No,
kind of like Superman. Superman was the same way when it was like, it's Superman.
Right.
Whatever one it's on, I'm going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You're still the same way with Friday the 13th, but it's okay.
Now, Enemy Mine was originally set to be directed by Richard Longcrane. Okay.
Never heard of him.
And it was shut down after just a few weeks of productions because they got the dailies in there. Were like, this does not look like it's gonna be a good movie.
That's what happened.
Yeah, let's say you're a big studio exec and you want to salvage a movie that you've invested money into, and this movie happens to explore themes of xenophobia.
Uh-huh.
What's the first thing you're going to do? I'll tell you, Adam, you're going to hire a German director.
Yeah. And what German director got hired in the 80s for everything? Wolfgang Petersen.
Puck.
He makes a hell of a steak and a great sci-fi buddy movie.
Yeah. Wolfgang Petersen, known for Das Boot.
And The Neverending Story.
And Air Force One.
And The Neverending Story.
And my favorite monkey virus movie, Outbreak, starring Renee Zellweger, Rene Russo, and Dustin Hoffman. Who was the black guy in that one? Sidney Poitier?
Wasn't Matt Damon in that?
No, that was Good Will Hunting. That was about that wasn't about a monkey. That was about Robin Williams.
Oh, I got those confused. Yeah.
It's easy to do. They were both in Jumanji, Monkeys, Robin Williams.
Same difference.
Yeah, so Wolfgang Petersen's a great director, I would say. And I can tell just by watching Enemy Mine, and now that I think about a lot of his other movies, I think he was a fan of like old Hollywood because especially in Enemy Mine, like I just want to bring it up now. The score is very like Hollywood, like 50s epic, like Ben-Hur or like Ten Commandments, like all that Charlton Heston shit. Did you notice that?
Right. No, but yeah.
All right. So they got a German guy to direct this movie. Now, Enemy Mine. Now, this is based on a sci-fi short story by Barry B. Longyear. Adam, you paying attention here?
I am.
And this isn't the first time this theme has been explored in different contexts, right?
Okay.
Where it's like two opposing forces with no choice but to depend on each other for survival.
Yeah, but it was never done with an alien Drac.
That's true. You've seen it in like John Borman did Hell in the Pacific with Lee Marvin and Toshiro Mifune.
Yeah.
Remember that World War II one?
Oh, yeah. Big fan.
And then in 1958, there was The Defiant Ones, which was a very similar concept, only it was about two escaped convicts. It starred Tony Curtis and Lou Gossett Jr.
Lou Gossett?
I mean, Sidney Poitier.
Oh. Get it right.
Now, Adam, what is 1985's Enemy Mine about?
So it's about a space war between the humans and the Dracs. So apparently humanity has traveled into space and started colonizing everywhere, because that's what humans do. We're colonizers. And they've come to war with these weird subhuman reptilian creatures called the Dracs.
I think that's extrapolated from Draco reptilian.
Yeah, and their planet's called Drakon. So there's that too. And so there's all this narration. The narration's all by yours truly, Randy Quaid. Wait, Dennis Quaid. One of the Quaids.
First of all, it's Dennis Quaid, and second of all, you're not Dennis Quaid.
Oh, that's true. So the movie starts with these awesome 80s sci-fi effects of like space and a big space station.
Done by Industrial Light and Magic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and these effects are probably on par with like a Last Starfighter, but it's like it still holds up. Like it's very charming and like it doesn't take you out of the movie. You're not like, oh, that looks so fake, you know. It's like really good.
It's very 1985, but it looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks like 77 Star Wars.
Yeah. So there's a deep space station and the Dracs attack. It's a space battle. And then
Drac Attack.
And Dennis Quaid's one of the starfighters of the humans, and he's kind of a dick. I mean, he really is kind of a prick. He just starts off a prick.
He's very like rough and tumble Han Solo-y, I would say. Like I could see Harrison Ford playing this role of Davidge.
But they didn't get him.
He's kind of just a gruff, angry man that's very masculine.
That drives a spaceship. And so they're out there shooting Dracs. This is like a Drac attack, and then one of the Dracs kills one of their guys, and it really pisses Quaid off. So he goes for revenge, and he's like, I'm going to hunt this fucker down. And everybody's like, dude, you're getting too close to that planet. Like, chill out. He's like, nah, man, I'm bloodthirsty. And he keeps chasing him and shooting him, and he shoots him.
Now, Adam, let me ask you this. I haven't been in any kind of heavy combat, and I'm assuming you haven't either.
No, I've never been in a fight.
No, I mean like war, like wartime shit. Like, do you think that you need to learn to hone your emotions away from, seeking revenge for the murder of your friend to keep your head above water and make smart decisions? Or are you supposed to harness that hatred into the battle itself?
No, I think it was kind of a dickhead move. It wasn't the smart play.
Right.
And he ended up wrecking, and then the guy, the co-pilot, died, and that was his fault.
Now, the co-pilot was supposed to go on a date that night or later that week.
With a fat chick they called the White Balloon that Quaid was happy to mention, like, hey, this broad you're going to bang, she's fat.
You know what I don't like? I don't like guys that shame other guys for banging fat chicks.
Right. Let them bang a fat chick.
Who fucking cares?
I've banged a lot of fat chicks. It's fun.
It's all the same in the dark, buddy.
I'll keep the lights on. It's all cool. They're wet.
They all had to develop good personalities. It's going to be a good time.
No, they don't all have developed good personalities. Let's not be stereotypical here.
That just means that they were hot at one time and then they got fat.
Anyways,
those are the ones those are the fat girls with bad personalities. They
crash land. Shut up, Bobby. And luckily, it's a breathable atmosphere because they're just running around without helmets on.
Hey, you gotta tell a story, Adam. You can't just be like, "Oh, science. Sorry, movie's over."
So they're on this breathable atmosphere, and Quaid's going to hunt down the Drac that crashed. And then it shows this is a random scene of this weird sand turtle bug.
But his buddy died and said, "Don't call her the White Balloon anymore."
He's like, "Don't call her that. It makes it hurt."
That's like a really shitty insult, anyway.
The White Balloon.
Yeah, that's not very hurtful. The lack of creativity almost makes it worse.
And dude, if you were wearing white and they start calling you the White Balloon, you'd be fucking sad.
I guess that's true.
That's true. So then there's this weird sand turtle, and it gets killed by a giant snake monster for no reason. It was cool.
It's a Rancor.
Yeah, there's a Rancor. No, it's a Sarlacc.
Sarlacc, not a Rancor. Oh no, what am I thinking? I got 36 brain now.
Get your Star Wars references right.
I'm like, it's a Jawa. And then I just put a gun in my mouth and kill myself.
Quaid finds the Drac taking a bath in a pool, and then it starts raining.
Hold on a second. Okay, so we've established that the Dracs and the humans are at war with each other, and they're sworn enemies. They don't know much about each other. This is very important, Adam. Don't give me that look.
My bad.
And he's sworn revenge for killing his starfighter pilot friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the buddy that was going to go on the date with Fat Girl. And then he's going over to his camp, and he's looking over a cliff, right? He's looking over a cliff to see what his next move is going to be to murder this reptilian monster, right? And then it starts raining, Adam. It starts raining, and I thought this was a great, creepy, subtle, yet profound visual cue as to how different the Dracs are to humans. He starts doing this wiggly rain dance thing.
And let's describe a Drac. They got weird cone heads, and they're all reptilian. It looks like if they put Lou Gossett in some kind of prosthetics. They got little tails that look like they're pooping out their butts.
They have tails? Dracs have tails?
Yeah, they had a tail. They had a little tail, little toad-faced tail. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they had what creeped me out as a kid were they had those little puffy membranes on their cheeks, and then next to their lips too.
And they would puff out. I was thinking about while I'm watching, how'd they do that effect? That's a good effect.
They're almost more amphibious than they are reptilian, because you see him jump in the water after that scene, and it seems like he can, and he has this weird gilly face.
Yeah.
Can he breathe underwater and shit?
He's an amphibian. Sure he can.
He's like Aquaman. He has to come up eventually.
And so then Quaid decides, while the Drac's underwater enjoying his nice bath, to start pouring gasoline on the top of the pool and sets the whole fucking thing on fire.
Or a rocket, whatever they use that's flammable on the Drac. Rocket ship. Drac rocket fuel.
Drac rocket fuel. And he starts on fire. He's like, I got you, Toadface. And then he goes to grab the Drac's gun and gets zapped with shitty 80s green electricity.
Yeah, well, the Drac had a security unit on his spaceship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so then he's the prisoner. The tables have turned already. Quaid's the prisoner. But you know what? This Drac's kind of taunting him, but he's not really that bad a guy. He's like feeding him and shit. You know?
The Drac could have killed him right then and there, and that tells you a lot about the character of Drax, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the logic was behind capturing Dennis Quaid. If I were Dennis Quaid, I would assume like this Drac is going to use my mouth as a Drac pussy, but but we find out that the Dracs are actually asexual, so they don't actually.
They don't pussify nothing.
They don't have any. There's no Drac snatch.
That makes me not want to be a Drac.
Well, you know, you wouldn't know.
That's true. So Drac's nice to him. He feeds him. Then there's a meteor shower, and like the Drac lets him go so he won't get destroyed in the meteor shower.
Yes, which was another kind. Again, he's waiting to use that human as a Drac passage.
What? Yeah.
He wants to face fuck Dennis Quaid.
Nobody wants to face fuck Dennis Quaid. Well,
I bet someone does.
I bet a lot of people do, but it's not us. It's not the Drac.
It's not the Drac. So
then the meteor shower, and they run away, and then they have to work together and build a home.
Yeah, well, you know, at this point, we find out like they have these really fun exchanges where the Drac obviously doesn't speak English, and Dennis Quaid doesn't speak Drac, but they kind of learn to more or less communicate, I guess, and learn to trust each other. And then we have a very quick montage where the Drac can speak English all of a sudden.
Real quick, Lou Gossett as a Drac learns English extremely quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, eventually Dennis Quaid learns Drac, but not as fast as Lou Gossett did.
That's true.
And this is when I'm watching this movie. At this point, I'm like, oh my God, Bobby, this is You and I, the movie.
There's really good chemistry with these characters. And again, Dennis Quaid is kind of like a rough, kind of smarmy guy, smarmy space pirate type, Han Solo. And then Lou Gossett is just the foreigner, right? He's just like, you don't understand him. You don't understand what he's about. You don't know if you can trust him. But for whatever reason, you know, someone in this dynamic knows they need each other, right?
Right. So wait, which one are you and which one am I in this equation?
I don't think we have to be assigned to one or the other, but it is just like, hey, like, I need you around, but I also don't like you. It just really, it captures that very well.
They work together, they learn together, they grow together, Bobby, just like our podcast.
But they're not great friends.
Right. And then Dennis Quaid makes a bow and arrow to catch the sand turtle. And he goes and shoots the sand turtle, and then he falls in the monster pit. The fucking Sarlacc's about to get him. He gets his leg gets fucking mangled. I remember that scene. I was like, oh, this fucked me up when I was a kid. But then Jerry the Drac comes and saves him. This
was the moment where you knew if there was any doubt, you know, that the Drac had loyalties to Davidge, Dennis Quaid's character. It's completely decimated in this scene because, yes, you're right. The Drac, Jerry, they named him Jerry, goes to save Dennis Quaid from the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, and he does. He saves him like nothing. Saves his ass like nothing.
To be fair, Dennis Quaid is doing a lot of the work through this movie.
Well, yeah, and that's probably why Jerry saves him. And that Bobby, I mean, that's like why if I was the Drac, I'd be like, I would save you from getting killed because you.
So I have to do all the editing and marketing and.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, buddy, I'll patch your leg up. That's fine. Now start carrying shit again. And there's a scene where they're like, you know, fucking Drac is talking about his religion. And Quaid talks shit about it. And then they had talked about Mickey Mouse before. And then the Drac gets in his face. He's like, your Mickey Mouse is a stupid idiot. And then like at the end of one of the arguments or whatever, Quaid brings up, maybe you forgot what you said about Mickey Mouse. And I love that line. It's just
man, this movie is way better than Listen to You. recall it.
Paraphrase. Yeah, this is one of the movies where actually watching it is better than me describing it.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, Adam?
So then Jerry the Drat gives his holy book to Dennis Quaid, and then they're friends, and then they bicker, and they're friends, and they bicker.
Yeah, it strikes very close to home, Adam.
Yeah, and then they split up, and Quaid goes.
You're going way too fast. Let me pick it up here.
All right. You take it.
Quaid's like, hey, we're gonna fucking die if we don't try to make a move soon, right? So he's like, I'm gonna go and explore some shit, see if I can find something to get off this stupid Dagobah planet without the swamp part, basically.
Yeah.
And he goes and ventures off, and the Drac, Jerry, doesn't want to go with him because we don't know why. It's ambiguous at this point. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna chill here. And it's this loving moment where we've established this friendship and this dependency with these two characters. And he's like, well, I'll come back for you, I guess, kind of thing. He goes, and what does he find, Adam?
He finds there's scavengers on the planet.
I love a good movie with scavengers.
Yeah, me too. Mad Max style scavengers. That's what these fuckers are. And apparently they have Drac skeletons everywhere because they use Dracs as slave labor.
Right. He found a futuristic Pepsi can.
Futuristic Pepsi can was obviously a sponsor of this film and Wolfgang Petersen's favorite soda. And also a Drac skull, which looks really badass. I want one of those in my room. I want to kill a Drac and keep its skull.
I don't know if those are real.
Yeah, you're probably right. So then they go back and he goes back and he's like, whoa, Jerry, I know you got fat and you're slow. And Jerry's like, not fat and slow. I am pregnant.
I'm going to use that line next time I'm at Golden Corral.
I'm not fat and slow. I'm pregnant. And then it turns out that Jerry's going to be a father because Dracs don't bang. They just have kids sometime.
So what that means is Lou Gossett's sympathy and assistance with Dennis Quaid and not murdering him in their first encounter had nothing to do with him wanting to have fellatio with Dennis Quaid's face, right?
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, we already kind of established that. I thought
it had everything to do with hey, I need a buddy and maybe some survival skills.
Yeah, help me. I'm pregnant. Help me build a shelter.
Yeah, women.
So then Jerry's sewing little pants, and he's like, "My baby's name is Zamis."
Uncle.
So then the snake monster shows up at their house. It tries to eat Jerry, and then Quaid fucks up the snake monster, and they find a cave, and let's live in the cave. And I'm like, why didn't you just look for the cave earlier?
Yeah, why didn't you live there the whole day? It was very easy to get to the cave. You found it pretty much immediately. Just stay there.
Just stay there.
You had to build the fucking the roach turtle shells house. So the turtle shells don't get struck by comets.
Right.
You could have just gone to the cave, you fucking Drac
Bobby,
asshole.
It's like us. We're lazy. We would have built the house and been like, this is fine. This is fine. And then not looked at the cave 40 feet away.
Yeah, it was right behind us. There's a cool hole in that cliff.
There might be a sarlacc, but we'll be fine.
It might be one of the. Remember that monster from the Ewok adventure? I don't want to deal with that shit.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was like a Rancor, but it wasn't a Rancor. And then I think they built like a hang glider or some shit.
Let's not talk about that. They had that same creature in The Mandalorian, but we're not going to talk about that. So then they learn each other's lineages or some shit, and then there's a bad childbirth, and Jerry dies.
Yeah, it's one of the great childbirths I ever caught on film was the Drac.
Because after Jerry dies, Quaid literally rips his stomach open with his bare hands and pulls a baby out, and it's ugly.
Yep, that's true. That did happen. Now was that a puppet, or do you think that was a real baby?
It was a puppet, Bobby.
They didn't just put makeup on a newborn baby.
Or maybe it's just a really, really ugly fucking baby. I don't know. But Quaid is now a single dad.
It was Tori Spelling's baby.
Ugh. So he raises the little Drac, and the Drac goes up real fast and calls him Uncle.
Uncle.
And then
his name's Zamis.
And
I'd be like, yo, if I'm gonna raise your kid, I'm not gonna call him Zamis.
Yeah, we're not calling him Zamis.
But it was like his last wish, and he died and shit. So whatever.
And they got the whole lineage thing to keep and all that. That's a thing apparently.
Well, during they were like, hey, you gotta take my kid to the Drac Council and explain his lineage.
Yeah, all this shit that he's supposed to do, and Quaid's like, yeah.
You want me to raise your kid and do a fucking chore for you and deliver this baby on my own? It's a lot to ask, is all I'm saying.
It's a lot to ask.
And those Dracs don't work for nothing.
They don't. They just.
But you're lucky they didn't face fuck you.
No wonder they're at war. And so then the scavengers show up with Drac slaves, and so Quaid says, "Hey, Zamis, don't go by the Drac slaves, but let me teach you about football."
Mm-hmm. And that's a great classic fun scene where David teaches Zamis about football. It reminds me of the few times I've tried to explain the game of football to you.
Yeah, didn't work. So then Zamis can't help himself, and he goes to check out the Slavers. But lo and behold, there's Brian motherfucking James making his entrance. That bad dude from Tango and Cash, from Blade Runner, from Crime Wave, from all the great films that we love and adore.
I think Brian James might be our most frequent actor on this show.
I was looking him up today because I realized I love Brian James, and then I realized he died in 1999, and it's like it hurt. It was like, damn, man, I know he's been dead for 20 years.
I mean, he was in Cabin Boy.
Right. You're right. Like, I want to go meet that guy at a convention. Like, that's one of the guys I would love to meet at a convention.
Yeah.
Brian fucking James.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I bet his autograph would be like $35. Like, no big whoop.
No big whoop. And so then Zamis...
And I'd give him a 50 because I'd be like...
I'd give him a 50. I'd be like, keep the change, Brian James.
Mm-hmm.
From Beyond the
change,
Grave.
Brian James.
And then Zamis claws Brian James' face, and then Quaid shows up and shoots the dude with a bow and arrow in the neck, and then Brian James shoots Quaid with a gun and takes Zamis off to his spaceship.
Yeah, Zamis is gone, and then the search crew happens to show up.
Yeah, the Brian
from Dennis Quaid's Star Federation or whatever.
Yeah, they find him and they take him into space. They have to give him a space funeral, and they're like, "Oh wait, he's alive."
That was a pretty funny scene, though. They had the funeral directors, I guess, the funeral duty guys from the spaceship. They're like, had this machine that drops these wreaths, and they're like, he's agnostic, and I'm like, you don't have to play any music or whatever.
Don't waste a wreath for him.
Yeah, some shit like that. It's pretty funny. Like, that didn't have to be in there. I've heard criticisms about this part of the movie, which is, I guess, the beginning of the third act is like kind of rushed. Like, it didn't really need to be there. When he's on the ship and they find out he's not dead, and he shaves his face and he looks all young, like 3 years earlier. Dennis Quaid, and he's like, "I'm taking the spaceship to rescue the Drac boy zombies. You're not gonna get in my way." And he blasts the door open and flies his fake X-wing out and all that shit.
It's badass.
It's pretty good. I liked it, and I like the we haven't. I can't believe we haven't even talked about this. Like the matte paintings and like the sets and set pieces are actually like really fucking cool. They look like old, like pulpy sci-fi novels and shit.
They're fucking beautiful. This movie is really beautiful.
Yes. And
I
again,
didn't cry like you did, but it was a beautiful movie.
I did cry. I cry every time I watch this. But again, you can go back. You see like these long, epic shots in this music. Like, you can tell Wolfgang Peterson was a fan of old Hollywood. Adam.
So what did you cry about in this movie, Bobby?
It's just a beautiful film, Adam. It's just about friendship, and it's about dependency, and it's about survival, and it's about learning about each other's differences and accepting people for who they are. It's about overcoming xenophobia. It's about, outside of the desperate, murderous, merciless situation of war, when you're just, a planet right down the way there from your space battle. Sometimes you might need your enemy to get you through the day.
So where'd you cry?
I don't know. I didn't really cry. I don't cry. That's for girls.
You fucking cried, you little bitch.
So Dennis Quaid goes out and tries to rescue zombies, and we see some more Dracs in this scene, Adam.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dracs that are slaves, and then he breaks into the mines and fucks up a slaver and throws him in a grinder. And
now apparently the mine was written in because they didn't want the audience to be confused by the title. Like, the original book didn't have anything about a mine; it was just called that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. I was just doing some research earlier. I don't remember where I read that, but yeah, they're like, we probably need a mine because people are stupid and don't understand the title. Even though this movie bombed at the box office like a motherfucker.
I can see that.
But yeah, we get the final battles in the fucking. It's basically Temple of Doom. Like, there's like lava and and like buckets on cranes and shit, you know.
And slaves being defiant and rising up from their shackles. To
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome has kind of a similar scene too.
You know, I want to say something, Bobby. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, one of my favorite of a threequel, was made in 1985, which is the same year as this.
Which I believe is the same year as Temple of Doom.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, when you watch it now, does not feel like it was made in 1985. For whatever reason, that movie is kind of transcendent.
I think that movie feels very, very 1985, Adam.
No, dude, you're thinking Road Warrior.
No.
Beyond Thunderdome could have been made in like 92. If you watch that movie, yeah, it could have. It didn't feel like it was 1980. This movie feels like 1985 with the electric fucking green lightning and the fucking matte paintings and shit. Thunderdome feels like could have been mid to late 90s.
That's not that. It's like a 10-year gap there.
Yeah, Bobby, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, Thunderdome could have been made last week.
I don't know about all that. I wish it was. If someone came, if Thunderdome didn't exist and someone just released that movie today, I'd be like, holy shit, this is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Fucking Thunderdome.
What a great nod to the
good.
1980s and Mad Max, I guess.
God damn, I love Thunderdome. That's my favorite Mad Max movie. Anyways.
Anyway, so send us off on Enemy Mine. How do we wrap this up?
So the Slavers Revolt, the Slaves Revolt. Davidge helps. He saves Zammy's. The Brian James gets shotgunned and falls into a molten pit and melts. And then the space humans are deciding not to be mean to these Dracs, and they're all friends. And then there's narration at the end. It's not Davidge. It's some other narrator. And
it's
then
like a Drac or something.
Yeah.
It's like a Drac that can speak English all of a sudden?
Maybe. And then they're like, Davidge went to the Dracon planet and presented Zamis and his lineage in front of everyone. The end.
Yeah, and just kind of rolls credits. It's the ending is a little rushed now that I think about it. But it's good. It's a good movie. And
good movie.
And apparently another fun fact about that, Lou Gossett playing Jerry the Drac. There was no kind of like sound effects or sound altering effects on his voice. He
made all those sounds.
He could just roll his tongue like a motherfucker. Yeah, he kind of sounds like if a pug, like when you have like if you're playing tug of war with one of them rope bones with a pug.
Tug of war?
With a pug, and they're just like,
yeah, it's called a tug of war, Bobby.
You just made that up.
Yeah, I did. It's like Man of War.
Man of War. The gayest album covers in the history of mankind.
In the history of mankind at large. So that was Enemy Mine. We didn't do it justice. It's a great fucking movie. Go watch it.
Yeah, it is a good movie, and I felt like that review was way lazier than it deserves because it is way better than whatever justice we could give it.
Yeah, we couldn't really big that movie up any more than it already is.
And I didn't want to make fun of it either because it's such a good movie.
It's a great fucking movie.
It does still amaze me that it was such a bomb at the box office. But man, I would call it a gem, Adam, of the 1980s.
Look at my tattoo. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you got Brundlefly there. You got Return of the Fly.
It's Francois.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Pinball Bobby. You can find Adam on Instagram at VonArt13. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Not For Everyone Podcast, on Twitter at NFE Podcast. Hey, do us a favor. Do one of these three things, okay? Just do one of these three things, all right? If you're listening to us regularly, here's your choices. Or do all three. That would be great. Either A, sign up for the Patreon, which is patreon.com/notforeveryone. $5 a month. Just give us $5, please.
Yeah, $5.
Please. It's a lot of fun. It's worth it. Trust me. This is a lot of work.
You get my phone number. You can call me and text me.
You get Adam's phone number. There's all kinds of perks on there. Go read about
I'll even do a special Adam's Corner with you.
Or go to tpublic.com, search Not For Everyone Podcast, and get yourself some sweet merch.
I got the mask and the shirt.
Yep.
Don't be bitches.
Or if you just down on your luck, you're dead broke, and you can't contribute financially to this endeavor of ours, our dreams that we're following.
You fucks.
go on to iTunes and leave us a review. Okay, we've been a little stagnant there as well. And if you want to do all three of those things, Adam will be very appreciative.
I like you more than I do now, which is a little bit.
So yeah, that was the Enemy Mine Thanksgiving special. Adam, I think we have one more announcement to make. Well, let's give a little teaser for all the folks that made it this long into this episode. What is the theme for next month, Christmas month?
Canon Christmas?
Canon Christmas.
Didn't we already do this?
So yeah, we're going to do all canon films next month for Christmas. We haven't officially decided on what those will be, but obviously there will be an Invasion USA episode because
that's a great fucking movie, Invasion USA.
Is a Christmas movie.
I watched that recently. It's fucking good.
All right, that's all she wrote.
All right. Bye-bye, Bobby. Thanks for keeping it short and sweet, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.